So you want to be a professional pooper scooper, but you want to work smart, not hard. I'm going to give you 5 key tips to help you be a more efficient pooper scooper. Your first step is going to make sure you have the right pooper scooper supplies. My first is my pooper scooper bucket. This is like my main squeeze. And look at the cool handle. Second, we have our pooper scooper rake. This is a child's garden rake. I'm short. It's the perfect height for me. I get this one at Lowe's. 13-gallon trash bags from Sam's Club. They're a perfect fit because they're 13-gallon. It fits nice and snug inside of the bucket and it holds a lot of dog poop. Last but not least is our disinfectant. In here is 256 cleaner that is diluted out. The reason why this is so important is because we're cleaning dog poop and that can transmit disease from house to house and we don't want that. So these right here are my key supplies to run a smart pooper scooper business. Now that we have our supplies, let me show you how to effectively go poop scoop a backyard so you stay efficient. The next thing I want to talk about is actually scooping the yard. We have the supplies, now let's go ahead and scoop a yard efficiently. Personally, what I like to do is I just walk a very straight line and I want to stay focused. I'm not looking all over the place. I'm not looking here. I'm not looking there. I'm looking in front of me, straight line. And then I'm going to scan back and forth as I'm walking to find all the poopies. Okay? And I'm going to turn and I'm going to do the same thing. Scan back and forth, back and forth. Turn, back and forth. And then as you get faster and you get more trained, your eyes get faster and faster and you can see the poops. A lot easier, a lot cleaner. And then when you get to the end of the yard, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go in the opposite direction. We call that a grid-like pattern. So then what you would do is opposite direction. You're scanning and looking. You're scanning and looking. Pivoting. Oh, look, we found a pile of poop. And basically we just rinse and repeat that until we get finished with the yard. And so the yard is fully clean and the customer will be super happy. And I know that scooping pattern might seem a little bit redundant, but we're not just in the business of scooping dog poop. We're in the business of customer satisfaction. And doing that grid-like pattern is going to ensure that you're picking up all of the waste. So let's go over to our next topic where we're going to talk about customer satisfaction. We just did a super thorough clean and we're getting ready to leave the property. Another thing that's going to keep your customer super satisfied is closing the gate, because this is going to ensure their dogs stay in the yard. I also like to take a picture of the gate, but I'm actually recording the video on my phone, so I can't actually, but just pretend like I'm taking a picture of the gate. Quality service and intentional communication with your customer is going to ensure they are satisfied every time. We need to talk about the time management, because time is money, right? So we got to make sure that we're staying organized, we're staying effective, we know what's going on. And this is going to start really, I personally think, with routing. You want to make sure that your houses are nice and tight so you're not bouncing all over the place, going to different areas, because our ticket price is somewhat lower, okay? So you're gonna wanna make sure you have good routing, you have good notes about the property, you know where the gate is, where the trash can is, where the hot spots are, meaning AKA where the dogs are pooping the most. A lot of people start out writing their information on paper or a Google Doc. That's how I started off. I eventually switched over to a CRM, which housed all of my customer information and communication. That way, we're able to stay organized. We're able to do routing. We're not driving all over the place. We know where the hot spots are. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is you need to stay as organized as possible and figure out what works best for you and your business. When I enter a property, I usually like to whistle to see if there's any dogs in the backyard. Having said that, sometimes, even though there is no dog in the backyard while we're scooping, somebody lets the dog out. Who let the dogs out? So there's a couple things that need to happen. If you have your utensils in front of you, you keep the dog away from you. You never want the dog to get behind you. So you do like a weird maneuver. Or if you can't do that and you have to get away from the dog, it's good to know how to hop a fence. Let's see if I can hop a fence. Okay, we're pretend scooping, we're scooping. A dog got let out. I gotta run. We gotta hop a fence. I'm getting bit. I'm getting bit. And so a good thing to have if you get bit, you want to make sure that you have workman's comp, because you're going to need that. I wonder if there's going to be somebody at ScooperCon 2025 that's going to teach us how to properly hop a gate, because that was pathetic. If you want a comprehensive guide on all the supplies that you need for your pet waste removal business, go ahead and click my link up here to watch the next video from William.